Hey everybody, it's Tim again, and I have to tell you, this has been an exciting few months. When you're talking about NECA and the cool monster stuff that they've been putting out, the Universal Monster stuff, nobody does it better. You can argue all you want, Diamond Select, Jada Toys, whatever, but really nobody does it better when it comes to these releases. 7-inch scale. This one, of course, is The Creature from the Black Lagoon. This is actually the third release of the creature, probably since midsummer, since San Diego Comic-Con, when the actual glow-in-the-dark creature was released. That's a Remco-style figure, 7-inch scale. It's the same mold as the color version that just came out recently. Of course, that included extra portraits. All you got with this one was this on the Remco style card, but still cool nonetheless. And now finally we get the creature from the Black Lagoon, the third version, the black and white version, the version that I've been waiting for since the very beginning, and giving you a 360 look at the box in various creature swimming poses. Now, again, what's cool about this particular release is that it has two extra portraits in addition to the one that the creature is wearing in the package. And yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how excited I am for this. Now, I really love the Creature from the Black Lagoon poster art they use with this. Much like their releases in color and black and white, the poster art is different to tell the two apart. Obviously, you have the creature up here, not suitable for children. I don't know, man. I wasn't scared of the creature. I was just loving this uniquely designed monster when I was a kid. But you have Julia Adams and Richard Carlson there, of course, the two lead actors in the piece. Richard Denning, Antonio Marino, Nestor Paiva, and Whit Bissell. And again, it behooves me why you would not put the name of the guys wearing the creature suit on the poster. But hey, I digress. We all know it's Ben Chapman on land. We all know that it's Rico Browning in the water. And I'm thinking because they kind of went with that particular look for the other ones, for the black and for the color version and for the glow-in-the-dark version, this is pretty much based on the 6'5" lumbering frame, this massive frame of Ben Chapman. So yeah, again, I've been more excited about this one than anyone, and obviously they look like they saved the best creature release for last. Now, that's not to say that I'm not hoping for some sort of, look of the creature in Revenge of the Creature or The Creature Walks Among Us, because obviously the creature looks very different there. But for this initial release of the Creature from the Black Lagoon, I can just tell you, not even taking it out of the package, how excited I am to see this thing. Now, this figure is widely available already. I just love it how this is getting out there as part of Target's Fall Geek Out promotion. So I've seen it online, obviously in stores as well. I grabbed it as soon as I saw it. Took a little bit longer to get it here in the Midwest, but I grabbed it right away as soon as I could. So you should have no problem finding this thing in brick and mortar Target stores as well as Target online. So price is about, a standard, $32.99 to $34.99. What's great about Target, they always have sort of promotions. You can add up your Target Circle points. You can knock some money off the price there. But, honestly, even if I didn't have any of that stuff, I'd buy this thing in a heartbeat. That's how awesome of a figure it is. So I'm going to take a pause here, and we're going to take a look at the Creature from the Black Lagoon, the black and white version from NECA. Okay, I'm back with my review and unboxing of the NECA black and white version of the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Of course, you can see the packaging for that over there, the packaging for the color version. Of course, this is the glow-in-the-dark Remco style version, 7-inch scale that came out after San Diego Comic-Con. You had to purchase it either there or get it online on their website at the time. So this is a limited edition item. And thankfully, people are finding the color version all over the place, which is a great thing. And that's in brick and mortar and online in several different places. And Fortunately, this black and white version is readily available, mainly through Target at this point. I would imagine it will spread to other retailers, but right now this is part of their fall geek out, where you could purchase it either online or in stores. And again, I was lucky to just nab this thing to bring to you to review. Again, it prices at about $34.99 with tax, but believe me, man, I can already tell you that it's worth it. Let's give this a 360 look here and wheel it around. As you can see, I got all my other black and white versions of the Universal Monsters released from NECA in the background. You can see the Mummy over there, the Bride of Frankenstein. Behind the creature is Frankenstein's monster, and of course, Bela Lugosi's Dracula. Lon Chaney Jr.'s Wolfman is there as well. Hopefully, we're going to be getting the black and white version of the Invisible Man, as well as the black and white version of the Phantom of the Opera coming soon as well. Some of those haven't been announced yet, though, but right now I am still so incredibly glad that we're getting the silver screen version of this. I don't know what it is about you, but again, as you know, I'm a monster kid, and there's something that's stuck in my mind from the black and white presentation of the creature and all the monsters, really. I guess it's just sort of dreamlike in a way, maybe nightmare-like to some people. Sort of brings you to a different time. And I guess it's kind of fun knowing that this is a nostalgic thing and it brings us back to our childhoods in a way. So down here below, you can see that this does indeed have more portraits. It has 3 extra sets of hands as well as 2 other portraits that you can see. The one, just like the color version with the wide open mouth creature. There you go. With the gills on the side. I would imagine it's just as difficult to do the coloring of these. It's just not a matter of saying, oh, let's mold it in black and white. I mean, there's certain attributes accentuated here, obviously with the gills, the mouth, etc., the eyes. So it's not an easy process, I would imagine. And that's why, obviously when they do this, it takes long for them to get it to us. But do I need to say it again? NECA is about details, details, details. And man, did they nail all the details when it comes to the release of the creature from the Black Lagoon. All 3 versions, really. So there you go. That's a close-up of the creature. Right there. I mean, just look at the detailing in the palms, right? Isn't that just amazing stuff? I'm working with light here today, so I'm going to get some shadowing, some bright spots. But again, it's the same mold, but I don't care. The mold for the other 2, the molding is perfect, right? The tooling, or whatever you want to, if you want to go with industry slang, is perfect. Look at the feet. Now, as I was saying, I hope this isn't like a sad goodbye to all of NECA's creature releases. I'm hoping somehow they come up with a creative way of issuing more creatures. Again, I don't know how different the costume was in the second film necessarily, but certainly in Revenge of the creature had a much different look. So let's hope somehow that we get that version as well. And who knows? I mean, obviously, the Universal Monsters line, hopefully there's room for other characters. I don't know necessarily what we would do from this film. A Julia Adams would be cool. A Richard Carlson would be cool, I guess. But right now, I think people just want the monsters, and I don't blame them. Again, this is total nostalgic here. Let's just give you this, while I have it here, a closer look at this one. Now, again, their detailing is obviously taken directly from Remco, what they did with those original figures in the early 1980s. And while we're at it, let's bring this guy back up here. And as you probably have noticed, I am using the same portrait for the color version and the black and white version, as well as the only portrait that came with the Remco glow-in-the-dark version. So side by side, let's take a look at these 2 together. and see if we can get some sort of comparison going. Yeah, again, because of the lighting, tricky lighting situation, it's just brilliant stuff. Obviously, you're going to get different stuff accentuated here, different colors. It's just not the mossy green look. But again, you have different shades of gray here as well as white. A little bit, in the eyes, I guess you could say. But man, what amazing stuff. This stuff is so worth waiting for. It felt like a long, dry summer up until the point when we got that Remco version, but I am so glad that this is here now. So I'm going to do a measurement of this when I come back. This one measures at about 8.25 or so. So again, this is 7-inch scale stuff. These are actually taller than Frankenstein's monster, if you can believe that. By far the biggest of the Universal monster stuff that Universal has done. So when I come back, I'm going to do a quick height comparison, as well as I'm going to show you other figures in my creature collection. Okay, I'm back with size comparison between the Frankenstein's monster, the black and white version from NECA, as well as NECA's new black and white version of the creature from the Black Lagoon. And clearly, these are the tallest figures in the collection thus far. As you can see, Frankenstein's monster comes in just at about 8 inches, whereas the creature comes in a tick above that. Now I'm measuring from the bases. These are NECA bases that they're standing on, but it looks to be about 8.25. So about maybe close to a 1/4 inch in height for them. Now, as you can see over here, I have Dracula, Bela Lugosi's Dracula, comes in at about 7.5 inches. And that's seems to be about the average height for the other, Universal Monsters figures. Bride of Frankenstein, maybe a tick shorter than that. The Mummy and the Wolfman, yeah, about the same. But again, these are 7-inch scale figures. One thing that I really didn't get into before was just the different, I showed you close-ups, obviously, of the different portraits. I just want to show you that, like the other figures in this collection, you got to take a firm tug to get some of the portraits off, but they're relatively easy to put on. So there you go. There's a creature with the wide open mouth look right there. You take that off, and let's get the other one. I love that they have extra portraits of these things. It's so cool. Almost makes you want to buy 2 more of these so each one can have a different look, but that might get a little spendy, but it's great to have that option of switching out portraits on this. And obviously these aren't the only hands. I think probably right now my favorite, I'm just yanking these hands off here in the background. I think my favorite hand poses right now are probably the way that these are cupped here a little bit. And I do believe that I use these same ones as examples in the color creature version from NECA when I did that review. Yeah, I just like that. I just like that better. I don't know why that is. It just seems to be more dynamic. If you wanted to somehow get Frankenstein, it's like his hand can cup this, right? Cup his head. Kind of a talk to the hand sort of thing. Okay, the other hands are very similar to the ones that come in there. These are a little more splayed. Okay, but again, you can see the detailing there, which is pretty awesome. Yeah. I can't imagine what goes into sculpting these things. A lot of details, a lot of great care, a lot of research. Yeah, look at that. Can't even imagine how long, in terms of days and minutes, it would take. Again, more of a splayed hand look here. Yeah, look at that. And then look on the detailing, the scaled look, the claws on the back of the hand. I don't think you'd want to get a front hand or a back hand from the creature. It's going to do some serious damage to you. And one look at the left hand. Again, amazing, amazing details. So, okay, I'm back with my almost entire Creature from the Black Lagoon collection. Even though it's not all here, I guess you could probably tell that I have an addiction with collecting Creature from the Black Lagoon stuff. Again, by far the coolest, the most expertly designed Universal monster. And believe me, they are all brilliant designs. But I don't know, man, there's just something that grabbed me about the creature when I was young and it wouldn't let go. So obviously in the back, I showed you in great detail the NECA versions. Although I do have the black and white version up on a stand for swimming poses now. Of course, over here is the Diamond Select version. Came out a couple different ones. I got this one. It actually has a Julia Adams figure along with it. This is Mel as the creature Mel. Of course, the minions and the Universal monsters are both Universal properties, so that's how they're allowed to do that. Monster Force stuff. I got the Mego Creature from the Black Lagoon figures. I love the fact that they came out with the black and white one. This actually has another version, a little darker, mossier green Mego figure, and there is a 14-inch one that I don't have yet. Jada Toys over here, a Bendham's creature here. These are both Funko mini pops, I believe, or something like that. Super 7 here, and of course, rounding out with Remco, the glow-in-the-dark version, and this is actually the regular version. It did have feet when I bought it, but somewhere along the line they snapped off, and I don't know where they are now. Somewhere in a pile downstairs amongst all my other collections. So that's really cool. Super 7 also did this awesome Creature from the Black Lagoon, Creature Walks Among Us figure, which again is dramatically different than the creature that we know. And then over here, I have this in a box. It's just a black and white version of the creature that I haven't taken out. Now, as you know, as you can tell, I unbox everything. I'm an opener. I love that stuff. So, you know, there's a couple that I keep under wraps, and I'll probably open them someday. But for now, I am so thrilled that this black and white version of the Creature from the Black Lagoon from NECA is out. Again, you can get it at brick and mortar at Target. You can get it online from Target. It runs in about $35 range. But again, I'm sure you're not going to mind paying that because it's just honestly the best creature figure I've seen. I love these other versions, don't get me wrong. But again, to have this in black and white is the absolute ultimate. So that's all I have for this video. My name is Tim Lammers. I review cool movie toys, a lot of monster reviews, Universal monster stuff, and I'll be back with more, hopefully shortly. Please tell all your friends. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please share it with all your monster-loving friends from Universal, monster-loving friends, your Creature from the Black Lagoon loving friends, and I will have more soon. Happy toy hunting, everybody.